It is Crystal with Pineapple Papers, and it is the 16th of July. We are over halfway done. So today is a Technique Tuesday. So I found this fun little pin about they use toilet paper. I am going to use a paper towel holder just because I wanted more coverage. And actually, when I cover it up, the toilet paper was probably enough, but that's okay. So I have taken some bubble wrap and I have wrapped it around my paper towel roll. And then I'm going to take some paint. So this is rose paint from Art Anthology, I think. Yeah. And I'm just going to take a paintbrush. Obviously, you see in the pin, if you use a bigger paintbrush, it's a little easier. But I am using this small paintbrush and trying to get a pretty good coverage. Obviously, some of it's going to be a little thicker than others. So it does create some texture. So you actually could do this pin for a Thursday texture layout too, because it does feel pretty cool. So you can also do this with ink. You don't have to do it with paint, but the pin suggested, so I decided I would just go with it. So I have a piece of white cardstock. It's actually the backside of something from a paper pad, and I go ahead and roll it, and I love it. And then I set it off to dry and work on something else that you can see I just put to the side. So it is all dry now, and I think it looks great. And I'm going to use this plaid paper, and I am going to actually do strips on both sides, torn edges on both sides. So I'm kind of just looking at the cut aparts on the back to see if there's any cut aparts that I might actually want to use. And I decided the top row, there might be something I wanted to use. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of save that. And then I'm going to go ahead and tear, and I'm going to put them on the sides. And my rationale for this kind of design is I have 3 photos of us. We're heading out on a hike, and the first part we cross is this railroad tracks. And so I thought it's kind of like the rails of the railroad tracks, right? And then I'm going to put us kind of in the middle. So that was my rationale for what I was thinking about design-wise, and then it lets those bubbles kind of pop in the middle. So I am going to layer up all 3 photos kind of wonkily. I did decide to put me and my husband in the middle and the kids on the side, and I decided not to mat them. So these are going down with no mats. I felt like it just kind of didn't need it. And then I'm going to use a couple of these dimensional stickers. I believe they are from Hobby Lobby. And there's a bear, and it says Rome, and it has kind of that same pinky color that I used. And then the one that I put up in that corner says Mountain State of Mind. So I figured that works pretty good. There's a mountain behind us. We are going to go climb that mountain. We did some pretty amazing hikes on this trip. We did lots of hiking. My daughter has definitely told us for her senior trip, we will not be hiking. So that'll be fun too. So I have the basic design, and I'm going to go ahead and just start working on my clusters. So my plan is to do just 2 clusters, one in the lower bottom hand corner and one in the upper. So I'm going to kind of go through all of my ephemera bits that I have in my little bin there. I'm going to find a circular element and a couple of tags. I'm also going to find this strip of cameras, and I'm going to fussy cut out the yellow one. Just because I'm going to add a yellow tag up there at the top. I guess I could have done the blue because there's definitely blue in the pattern paper, but there is also yellow. So I'm going to pull out basically all of those colors. Not a ton of the kind of navy, but there is a little bit of that color in the dimensional stickers, so it gets pulled in a little bit there, but really no place else. I did find an ephemera piece. I'm sorry, it's got quite a glare of it, but it's going to be my title, and it says "Find Joy in the Ordinary." Not that what we did was very ordinary, but you know, trains are ordinary. They go everywhere, but it's just kind of cool to see one in Alaska. So knowing that you're so far away and you could hop on a train and it could take you anywhere. So that's what I'm going to go with for my title. It's going to kind of snuggle into that cluster right there at the top. I thought about putting it in the middle, but it was covering up too much of my bubble wrap, and I really like my bubble wrap. So I finish it off with a couple of wood veneer pieces from One Canoe 2, as well as a couple of tiny word stickers from the sticker sheet that say "Take a Hike" and "Nature Lover." So I felt like those were all very appropriate. So that is going to do it for my layout today. Here are a couple of close-ups. You can kind of see the texture that bubble wrap gives. And then I have a picture of each cluster. I did add that little Bramble Fox butterfly in as well. So here is my final layout. If you have any questions, leave them down below. Make sure you check out the playlist and remember to wear your crown. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.